Good morning friends, welcome to Sharekhan Pre-Market View. Indian market started the week on a choppy note. The indices continued to trade in the red and closed down in red. Sensex was down by about 65 points, whereas Nifty was down by about 15 points in trade yesterday. Most of the indices were in red and the broad-based selling was seen across in the market. If you look at the cues from US market, they started the week on an exciting note. Dow was up by about 228 points, Nasdaq was up by about 58 points, whereas S&P put on 28 points gain. This was in spite of negative economic data out there. Both the factory output data as well as the confidence in home builders index data came in weaker than expected. However, this led to speculative reports that the Federal Reserve's rate hike may not come in early as anticipated earlier. Now the Fed starts its FOMC meet, 2 days meet from today with the decision expected later tomorrow. If you look at the cues from Asia, they continue to be positive, taking cues from the US market as well as the Bank of Japan's monetary policy, which is likely to keep the stimulus going, has created excitement in the Asian markets. Taking cue from the overall Asia as well as the US market, Singapore Nifty is trading up by about 45 points and indicating an opening towards 8710 zone. If you look at the flows, yesterday flows from FIIs went quite positive. They were sellers to the tune of 763 crore in the cash market and sellers of index futures to the tune of 140 crore, whereas DIs were buyer to the tune of 159 crore. Now after having a gap opening and a Nifty opening towards the 8710 zone, how Nifty is likely to trade throughout the day, let's have a view from our derivatives desk.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. The Indian benchmark indices are continuing to trade lackluster ahead of profit booking activities by funds and retail investors. In yesterday's trade also we have seen that Nifty started the session on a positive note, but similar to the Friday's trade, it was unable to sustain at higher levels. Backed by selling was witnessed in many of the blue chip counters like Sesa Sterlite, Hindalco, Bharti Airtel, Kane India, which were down in the range of 2 to 5% each. Ahead of all intraday whipsaws, Nifty finally ended the session at 8665 levels with a loss of 0.10%. In this period, we have seen that short positions were built up by market players as open interest is increased by 1.33% from 2 crore 68 lakhs to 2 crore 71 lakhs. Approximately 3.58 lakh shares were added in open interest. Also, Nifty futures prime decreased marginally by 10 rupees. But cost of carry increased by 32.13% from 8.65% to 11.43%. Also, Nifty futures prime increased from 26 points to 32 odd levels. On the options front, PCR is decreased by 3.19% from 0.94 to 0.91, which is clearly indicating that call option has seen good build-up than put option. In yesterday's trade, we have seen that call option has added around 12 lakh shares in open interest, whereas put option has shedded around 2 lakh shares in open interest. India VIX was up by 1.40% from 14.97 and 14.97% to 15.18%. In the options activity, we have seen that 8,700, 8,800 call option has added huge number of shares in open interest. 8,700 has added approximately 21.75% shares in open interest, and 8,800 has added approximately 13% shares in open interest. In the put option side, we have seen that those market players have hedged their positions against the index futures. Those have squared up their long positions in the strike price of 8,300 put option, as we have seen that it has shedded approximately 18% shares in open interest. Also, 8,700 put option has shedded approximately 10% shares in open interest. But currently 8,500 is having highest number of shares in open interest, and yesterday it has added approximately 4.61 shares in open interest. That means overall we can see people are shifting their positions from higher strike price to lower strike price, and 8,500 it may act as a crucial support going forward. On ban period front, there are 3 securities in ban period. One is Century Textiles, second is India Bull Real Estate, third is Intake. And yesterday FIs were net sellers of approximately 721 odd crores in future and option segment. They were net sellers of 139.59 crore index futures, They were net sellers of 835.27 crore in DEX options. They were net buyers of 276.97 crore in stock futures, and they were net sellers of 23.25 crore in stock options. Our Friday's EMAP stands at 8725. Higher range would be 8725, and lower range for the market would be 8500. As 8500 put option is having highest number of shares in current series. Currently, Singapore Nifty is up by 52 points, which is at 8718. We may see a positive start in Nifty futures today. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Friends, let's have a look at the trading ideas for the day. The first one being Lupin. Now, Lupin is likely to acquire remaining 40% stake in its South African subsidiary, which is Pharma Dynamics. The total amount of deal consideration is not disclosed. However, just to get an idea, the overall revenue generated by this company in the 9 months of FY 2015 was close to 300 crore, and this contributed close to 3.3% of the overall revenues for the company. So this overall acquisition seems to be positive for Lupin, and one can long Lupin with stop loss of 1845 for potential upside of 1905. Also for Granules, India yesterday has informed to the exchanges that US FDA has inspected Gagillapur facility last week, and the inspection was concluded with no observation. This inspection was triggered by one of the applicants' ANDA filing. This is positive news sentimentally for Granules, and one can long it with stop loss of 887 for potential upside of 955 and above that at 980. In a negative outcome for Jindal Steel and Power, after a successful round of auction, the government is expected to reject 2 bids from JSPL for Gare Palma and Tara Coal Block, citing a very low bid price and talks of cartelization. So this is a setback for Jindal Steel and Power, and one can short it with stop loss of 193 for potential downside of 185. Moving on to news update, yesterday Satluj Textile and Industry has received the approval from Board of Directors to acquire Birla Textiles plant located in Baddi, which is in Himachal Pradesh. Now this Birla Textile is a unit which is owned by Chambal Fertilizer and Chemical. The Smart City project, which is likely to be rolled out over the next month, as indicated by government. Also, government is mulling simpler rules for airlines foreign operation. Zee Media has approved the proposed rights issue at the price of 18 rupees per share. This includes a premium of 17 rupees, and the overall right issue will be aggregating to about close to 195.6 crore. Vijaya Bank is planning to start lending to corporates from Q3 of FY 15-16. Banks have shown healthy growth in terms of the advanced tax numbers which have got released from media sources. Now, as per sources, State Bank of India has deposited 1750 crore of advanced tax. This is a 20% growth from YOY. Also, ICICI Bank and Yes Bank have shown about close to 32% and 30% jump in their tax deposits to with the number standing at 1295 crore for ICICI Bank and 260 crore for Yes Bank. Reliance Infra can charge higher fares for Mumbai Metro as per the Supreme Court verdict. Ashoka Buildcon is looking to raise close to 500 crore via QIP. This money would predominantly be used for bidding for new projects and reducing the debt in the existing work, thereby helping the company to overall reduce the risk premium. The government has got assured revenues from telecom spectrum auction, and this has increased to 1,03,046 crore at the end of 11th round. At the end of 67th round on the 11th day, the auction will still continue today as well. Mahindra & Mahindra Financial Services, one of the strongest contender for a banking license last year, which later pulled out of the race, is now eyeing a universal bank license, whose final guidelines will be announced later and shortly. Moving on to the watch list for the day, stock with positive bias, we have Bank of Baroda, we have Infosys and Strides Arcola. Whereas stocks which one can short from negative trading bias point of view for intraday is HDFC Limited. Moving on to stocks for long-term investment, we continue to like stocks like L&T, Aditya Birla Nuvo, Maruti, Infi and Ultratech Cement. That's all we have in today's session. Thank you.